Well, to unleash such power, God used contentment in Paul's life and ministry. And so Paul's confessing that. He says, the reason that you see me as this great pioneer of the faith is not because I have something different than you. It's because I have the same thing as you, only I used what we both have to allow God's contentment to unleash his power in my life and ministry. Do you understand that discontent robs us of the power of God, because it robs us of the response of our hearts of faith, believing in the goodness and the omniscience and the omnipotence of God. So what did Paul say? Well, look at his simple points. He only has 4 of them. Verse 11, contentment permits me satisfaction with little. Contentment permits me to be satisfied when I have little. What do you mean by that? Well, look at verse 11. I don't speak in regard to need. Well, where are you speaking from, Paul? Well, do you know what this is called? This is one of the 4 prison epistles. Paul is a prisoner. He has some type of shackles on his hands and on his feet. He is between Roman legionnaires. They're guarding him. He's awaiting trial. He is in prison. He is in a very difficult time in his life, not knowing what's going to happen. He's awaiting trial before the emperor. Look at that. Not that I speak in regard to need. I mean, if it was most of us, we'd say, oh, folks, pray. Not only send money, send antibiotic. I mean, the iron is chafing my skin. I think I might get some blood poisoning, And Paul's not consumed with his needs. Contentment permits me satisfaction with little. That's what Paul tells us. He says, right now I don't have anything but the clothes on my back. I'm a prisoner. I'm satisfied. Contentment permits me satisfaction with little. Now let me ask you, do a little blood test. What's the contentment level? Are you satisfied with little? Or is your little a constant motivation making you sacrifice for more? If it's in material things, that's wrong. If it's in spiritual things, then you're right with Paul. He says, I press on. I want to know you more. I want to know more of Christ. I can't get enough of Christ. I have all of him. I want to know more of what I have. That discontentment of longing to have more of Christ is one thing, not for more material things. That is a discontentment that he's saying is sapping your power. Look at verse 12. Here's the second one. Contentment provides me independence from my circumstances. Look at verse 12. I know how to be abased. I am right now, by the way. I know how to abound, and I can remember those times. Everywhere and in all things, whether I'm in prison or in the palace, I've learned both to be full and to be hungry, both to abound and to suffer need. Paul said, contentment provides me independence from my circumstance. Whatever circumstance I'm in does not dictate how I feel. He says, I'm independent. My feelings, my emotions, my desires are connected to Christ, not to my current state. That's why many believers just go from just feeling the top of the world, when everything's going well and nothing's broken down and they're feeling healthy and they got lots of money, down to the pits when they're sick or when they lose something or when they get in a car accident or when they're delayed in their plans. And it's just like this, emotional like this. And Paul says, no. He says, contentment has allowed me independence from my circumstances. And that's a great lesson to learn.